Hello and welcome back. My name is Jeremy, and where we left off last time, we have the structure of a doc type. The doc type, like I said before, is pretty much just tells the browser what document type definitions we're going to use, or attributes and elements and goodies and stuff like that. Next, we have our opening and closing HTML tags, our head tags, our title, our body, where all of our content's going to be, and then we talked about the paragraph tag and commenting. So that leads me into spacing. So I can put as many spaces as I want in this document, and when I save it and hit refresh, nothing changes. The browser just ignores all additional white space. Okay, so to move on, let's go and talk about the break tag. The break tag is kind of nice to do some line spacing if you want to. Like I said, I can space this all out like this, but the browser just ignores it. So what if I wanted that to be on a separate line? Well, I can use the break tag, which is just BR and a slash here. Like I said before, the break tag, actually I'm not sure if I did say this, and if I didn't, I'm sorry, and I'll explain it now. The break tag is what is called a standalone tag, and there's not a whole lot of them, but there are some. The break, horizontal, image, and it's the only ones that pop in my head right now. But the majority of them have a beginning and ending tag. Okay, so let's save this, and if this works right, this section should be on the next line. There it is, it's on the next line. So that's one way to kind of break up your text if it's looking really kind of bunched together, or you want to. And that's usually the only reason why I ever use it. Stuff looks really bunched up. Let's see the next one. Yeah, let's talk about headings. Headings are pretty interesting. Headings, you can look at it like as newspapers. If you look if you look at a newspaper, sometimes you'll see this really big on the front page, this huge heading that just grabs your attention. Then once that grabs your attention, you might see a smaller heading and a smaller heading and a smaller heading underneath that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all this freight. Well, actually, let's just put our comment to use. Let's comment all this out. There we go. So bear with me while I type all this out. But heading is, it goes from numbers of 1 to 6, and 1 is your biggest heading, and it's in a bold font to it. It's a heavy font if you don't know what bold is yet. So there's H1 and our corresponding H1. So oops. Try to do this quick. Copy all this, paste. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be it. So we'll change these to 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. So, how's everyone doing out there in YouTube land? Hopefully really well. A lot better than me trying to type all this out. Okay, so, oh crap, that's horrible. I had my captions, I did. This is H1. H1. Oh my gosh. Type, kid. The bad thing is, I think I drank way too much coffee today. Okay. So, or maybe there's no such thing as too bad coffee. All I'm doing is just adding some text so you can actually see this. So let's save this, and then I'm going to refresh the page. Our comment took care of all the stuff in the paragraph, but these would be our headings. And as you can tell, this H6 right down here is tiny. H5 is pretty small. I personally, I don't use anything below here. I sometimes hardly ever even use that. But these H1s are really nice. To, like I said, to kind of grab the reader's attention. Hey, read here, read there. Now, that being said, I'm going to give you a little tip from a SEO aspect, and what Google says too. You shouldn't have more than one H1 per page. You can have as many H2s, H3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. They don't care. But Google only likes to see one H1. And so that could be like the main idea or the main topic of your page should be in your H1. Okay, so back to what we were doing here. So we talked about spacing. We covered the break tag. Here, let me put this back where it was. We talked about our headings. Let's see. Oh yeah, H3, it's H3 or H4 is actually really close to the paragraph font. That's one thing I want to bring up. It's not bold. Oops, did I forget to save it? I think I did. Save. Refresh. There you go. No, maybe it is H. It could be H4 maybe. I mean, even though it's not bolded, but I always thought that was kind of weird. So we can even do some formatting. Let's go into that. Okay, so you have these things that are called inline tags you could use for formatting. One is UL, or just U, sorry, not UL. We'll get to that one later. And what this does, the U stands for underline. And of course it does exactly what it says. It's going to underline all this here. That's pretty neat. The next one we have is bold. Let's save that, and there it goes, and it bolds it. Yeah, that's pretty close to H4. Sorry. Then we got let's see. Let's do strong. Strong is, well, you'll see here in a second. Same thing as bold. now, some say there is a slight difference, or some browsers use it a little bit differently, but I've not seen the difference myself. The next one is italics, which is kind of nice to use. Let's see, let's save that. Oh crap! Let's try this again. And we'll hit refresh, and it just kind of gives it that nice little italicized look to it. And then finally, we got the EM, which stands for emphasis, which ironically looks the same as that. So basically, your bold and strong render probably almost the same. I say your emphasis and italics render about the same. So which one should you use? Myself, I use strong and the emphasis. Just because the W3C, which is the World Wide Web Consortium, I think as I say it, they pretty much keep everything up to date on how the web and how tags are supposed to be used and stuff like that, and that's pretty much what they recommend. But you're not going to get dinged if you do use the bold or the UI, or not UI, use the the bold or the I. That's up to you. I mean, the B and I is not faster type out. It's just one letter, but I mean, I just try to keep with the standards myself. So, just a quick recap. We talked about the underline, which is the U. Next, we talked about the bold. Oops. Then we did strong. And what was I? Yeah, I and EM. Oh, one more thing I was going to bring up. This underline thing, it's really neat. And it's a neat little tag to have. The only bad thing about it is that it looks like a link. Even though links could be blue on your page, but it's still, I mean, you can change the colors of your link. If you change your links and underlines to be the same color, nobody's going to know if that's a link or not a link. It can be really confusing. So I hardly ever use underlines anymore myself. But just to practice with it, go ahead and use it. Design a page that you want. You can even submit it to my website, which is jeremylincoln.weebly.com. Now I have it down in the description at the end of this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, if I went too fast, if I didn't cover something clearly, let me know. I'm just trying to get a lot of this kind of out there and kind of get you started so you can start playing around with this kind of stuff. And then next time we're going to talk about nesting HTML tags, which we kind of did, but I didn't explain anything to you about it. Alright, guys, have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video, tweet this video. Alright, have a good one. See ya.